Before I get started with this video, I have to give a shout out to Paris Milan. I'm going to leave the link to her video down below because she actually spoke about this last night and she made some very crucial points to her commentary. So I'm very glad that she touched on this. Now I'm going to touch on this. And this should actually really pissed me off. I actually found out about it maybe a couple days ago on Twitter when it became a trend, when it was trending. And then Paris did a video about it and it brought it all back up. It was I should have did a video on it when I first learned about it, but you know, a lot of stuff just kind of gets overloaded, so sometimes it gets lost in translation. But anyway, I'm about to speak on it right now. So many of you don't know who this is. Maybe some of you do. But this is April Reign. I'm not sure if that's her name or if that's just the name that she goes by on social media. But she made airwaves through controversy when she created the hashtag Oscars So White a couple years ago, in which she was basically campaigning or explaining or trying to understand why there was a complete whiteout of nominees for people who, you know, black people, or in her circle, where she would say people of color in various categories, especially like the acting, the directing, and probably even some of the movie categories. You know, the major ones. Why were they completely shut out and everything like that? And she made national headlines because of it. Some people were on board with her and then some people were not on board with her. A lot of people were trying to say that she was trying to be off, like, you know, for the inclusion and everything like that. And then some people were saying that it was coming across as begging, or some people were saying it was a good idea. So it was a mixed bag of responses when it came to her creating this Oscars So White thing. And ironically, I noticed that she only pops up for the most part during award season. And I'm going to touch on that in a little bit. Now, before I do, the thing or the reason why I'm making this video is because there is a DJ on Twitter, and his name is DJ Chub E Swag, who had made a post that made its rounds. And the reason why he made this post is because at the National Museum of African American History and Culture in DC, there's a hip-hop exhibit that is being put in there, or they're updating it or whatnot. And the curator that the museum has for that exhibit is that of a white woman. And her name is Timothy Ann Burnside. And she, like I said, she is a white woman, and they picked her to do the hip hop exhibit. A culture that was created by black people. So you mean to tell me you couldn't have found a black person to do this? You just went and found a white person to do this. All because she had good credentials. At least that's what April Reign said. So when DJ Chub E Swag had put that out as a post, he got hit by so many slings and arrows. And unfortunately, most of it was pushback and backlash from black women, with April Reign leading the charge. And Black Twitter went in on her ass, as they should have. They even gave them a name. They called them the Blue Check Negroes. I swear Black Twitter could come up with just about anything. Now, he was questioning why the museum, as he should have, picked a white woman to do this hip-hop exhibit when they could have picked anybody else. They're pretty much saying, like, what would she really know about hip-hop? And, you know, that's not a part of her culture and things like that. But because she has the credentials, according to April Reign, she should be allowed to do that. And that's basically what April Reign posted out there. Even Simone Sanders from CNN said something. She said, I know she's somewhere leading a tour or unearthing an artifact, so she's probably unbothered by this bully, but I have time today. Simone Sanders called this black man a bully because he just questioned why was a white woman being the curator for a hip-hop exhibit at the National Museum of African American History and Culture. Then April Reign came back and said he started with the all caps, a white woman is running hip-hop, or whatever Reign tweeted. It wasn't about qualifications for him. It was solely about race. If you want to talk about mentoring and a pipeline to get more of us in museums, cool. But that wasn't his goal. Someone said, who has the same skill set that would be better in this position? The marketing exec quipped after Chubb asked why the job wasn't promoted from within. Did they apply? Because the job was open to everyone. Name some names, be specific. See, that's the thing right there. That is some traitorous shit right there. All he asked was, why couldn't they get a black person to do this, or why couldn't they hire from within? They got an outside person to do this. This woman is not from within the museum. She's from somewhere else. I don't even know where she came from. But you had people like April Rain and Simone Sanders and a host of other black women coming at this guy's neck because he just asked a simple question as to why she's the curator for this museum. Of course, April Rain got attacked, as she should have, in her Twitter mentions because people went in on her, and I think I had something to say about her too, but I can't remember what I said. But they went in on her to the point where she started losing followers because people started to see her for who she truly was. It said the NMAAHC also refused to bend the outrage of Black Twitter, writing, "We are proud of our diverse research and curatorial workforce. Our staff's wide-ranging expertise and very professional experience enables us to fulfill our mission." Basically, that goddamn PC response. Someone said, "I'm a few days behind, but dear Lord, verified black bougie Twitter is annoying," one critic wrote. Someone says, "How does a black man get attacked by other black people for asking, and rightfully so, why a white woman got hired to create a hip-hop exhibit in the National Museum of African American History? Instead of reassuring the community, blue checks and wannabe blue checks fell on a sword to defend this white woman. Y'all jumped at the chance to make an example of a black man asking a good-ass question." They added, "Hell, if we're going to keep it a buck, Timothy should have been prepared and willing to field questions from concerned black folks. I mean, she's an ally, right? That's what allyship means." And then, a whole bunch of other things. And April, like I said, April Rain went in, a lot of people went in on her. And then here's what she basically came back, with her BS apology, apologizing to the man. I was like, no, you're only apologizing because the people came at your neck. It's not genuine. She did what a lot of white people are known to do whenever they get caught up in some shit. And the reason, and now I'm going to go back to my point that I made in the beginning. She only comes out during award season. The reason I say that is because when I was looking up this article that I'm reading from, guess what she recently was talking about? The Emmys. Now, the Emmys came on last Monday. And she's up there talking about, there's a lack of diversity at the Emmys and things of that nature, even though about, I think, 10, maybe 12 black people were nominated and a few of them won. But she was still up there crying. See, I have a title for her. She is the queen of inclusion. She wants to be in every white person's business, in every white person's face that will have her. I should have peeped that crap when she did that Oscars So White thing back then. Now watch. You won't hear from her again after this until award season rolls around, which is Golden Globes, Oscars, the SAG Awards, and all of that. Then you'll hear from her again, and then she's going to go back into hiding until the Emmys pop and roll back around again. She only wants inclusion in white spaces. This is what she wants. She wants a seat at the table. And even if she was to get a seat at the table, she'll still complain because maybe she's on a booster seat and not a regular chair. Or she's all the way at the other end of the table and not closer to the other white people at the table. Well, they said they'll offer you a seat at the table, but they didn't tell you where you were going to be at. They didn't say you were going to be near them. They just said, here's a seat, there's the table. But that's what she wants. She wants nothing but inclusion. But the thing that pissed me off and Paris off and a lot of other people who went in on her off is the fact that she had the nerve, the unadulterated, uncensored, unfiltered, and raw, uncut nerve to come at this black man's neck for just asking a question to defend it, and she came and decided to defend this white woman as if this white woman was being attacked. He just asked, why didn't they get a black person to curate the hip hop exhibit? And she just came in his neck. And she, like I said, she wasn't the only one. They came in his neck as if they were personally attacked. It's so messed up, but I don't know. I don't have much words left to talk about this as far as this topic is concerned. But April Reign is not to be trusted. She is basically the lighter version of Amber Phillips. Amber Phillips is on her whole third wave feminist, talking about black men are part of rape culture and that we're not to be trusted and all this shit. And you got April Reign, who wants to be in so up white people's ass crack, and so much more. But that's what she did, and those other women who came at that man's neck, that's called traitorous behavior. But kudos to him for asking that question, and kudos to the people that defended him and had his back. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I will leave the link to the article in the description, and the link to the shirts will be pinned down in the comments. I will talk to you in the next one.